Hello, today I'm going to be teaching you how to jumpstart a car. As someone who has learned how to do this from multiple auto classes and had to use it on a few occasions, I do feel that I'm qualified to give instructions. Now, not only is jumpstarting a car a very useful thing to know, but it's also incredibly easy. That's why I chose it for this short speech. So, without further ado, I'll begin. Now, the first thing you want to do is determine the polarity of your cables. Now, I couldn't really find a good visual aid that would show up on the computer, so I just have a set of jumper cables. Now, on mine, and like most, red means positive and black means negative. This is just an industry standard. There's no guarantee of this. So, like, there's a little slip of paper on here that tells me that red is positive and black is negative, but that's not a guarantee for all. So, first find out the polarity of your cables. Then, once you have that done, you can then hook them onto the battery. I don't have a spare car battery lying around, so I had to use the visual aid, which you can't really see it, but it is what it is. Anyway, so you can't really see it, but under there, that terminal, there's a small plus sign for the positive, and under there is for this a small minus sign for the negative terminal. Now, what you want to do is take the positive cables and hook them to the positive terminals on both batteries. Then you take a negative cable and hook it onto the negative terminal of the battery that you're receiving the jump from. Then you take the other cable and you hook it onto any piece of clean or unpainted metal for the car that needs the jump. It sounds unspecific, but it basically is. I mean, any piece of metal will work, but not the terminal of the battery. That is very dangerous. It can send off quite a few sparks and potentially cause an explosion. Now, then what you want to do is crank the car engine of the car that's giving the jump and let it run for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once it has ran for that amount of time, disconnect the cords in the opposite order that you put them on. There is no set way that you're supposed to put the cables on, but you have to remove them in reverse order. Then once you're done with that, you take the car that you just jumped and drive it around for about 15 or 30 minutes. That will just ensure that you know the battery has been charged. So, in conclusion, jump starting a car is very easy. It doesn't require a whole lot of mechanical knowledge, but it's still an important thing to know.